Our DNA group stands for discipleship, nurturing, and accountability.
It's a group of 3 to 5 men or women that want to get closer together and want to learn a lot more about Christ and be more Christ-like.
We meet about twice a month. That may look like at a coffee shop, that may look like at someone else's house.
At first it was a little awkward, as you're a bunch of guys just trying to get to know one another, but it quickly became some of the most important relationships in our lives.
There's a lot of flexibility that's come with our DNA group, and there have been seasons where we're intentionally going through the Word, focusing on prayer, focusing on scripture memorization, but there's also been times where it's like, man, there's a lot of life happening, so we just need time to kind of decompress, just check in, really just have that fellowship with one another.
It's changed over the years, but it always kind of goes back to just opening up, getting to know each other, and getting to know more about Christ.
So we say here that discipleship is following Jesus and helping others find and follow Jesus too.
Our church would describe it as open Bible, open life.
And that's looked a lot like, let's read some books of the Bible, let's do some Bible studies. And, God has used all of those to grow us.
We like to disciple each other as intentional conversations, but not only just intentional conversations, but we also like to enjoy time with each other. So whether that's going on runs or whether that's sharing a cup of coffee and encouraging each other during those times, I have access to these guys and they have allowed me their margin and their schedule for me to be cared for through accountability.
Our lives are just interwoven and intersected in a way that accountability and nurture just falls out from that.
These guys have just shown me fully what vulnerability is like. The topics that we've talked about and we've discussed are just very deep. That's not something I've had before.
These guys have been the hands and feet of Jesus in my life. There's been times when, 2 of us had a newborn, someone was freshly married, there's been job changes. A few years ago, I had a stroke. It was Will, the PA, who was with me by my bedside in the emergency room. And at the same time, Ryan and his wife, Erin, they came over to my house and they took care of my wife and my kids.
Our group started in 2019. To be able to look back and see the life lived with these guys, just like gratitude and thankfulness.
I think we say a lot of times that Christian perseverance is done through Christian community. And so while you may be sacrificing time with your family, your own personal time, dedicating time towards being in a DNA group with other men and other women can really help not only benefit you, but it has a ripple effect to where it benefits your family, it benefits your work, it benefits your faith with the Lord. If you're a Christian and you don't have these type of relationships, I would challenge you. This is your next step to multiply yourself to what God has called you to do.